John Calipari had those Wildcats playing great basketball at season's end. They won the Southeastern Conference Tournament championship, beating the Arkansas Razorbacks. I know Arkansas fans are going to be like, it's not Arkansas, it's Arkansas. Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. Also, the number 2 seed out of the great state of Kentucky is Louisville. I said it right, okay? Because last week I said Louisville, and I got some tweets about me saying Louisville. Okay, the Louisville Cardinal, or number 2 seed, head coach Rick Pitino always has those guys playing well. The Duke Blue Devils, winners of the ACC Tournament Championship, they're number 2 seed. And the Arizona Wildcats, winners of the Pac-12 Tournament, they are a 2 seed. Man, the 2 seeds could be number 1 seeds. It is going to be a hell of an NCAA tournament this season. And it all starts tomorrow with the first 4 games, Mount St. Mary's playing New Orleans and Kansas State playing ACC and Danny Manning team Wake Forest. Then on Wednesday, you got the North Carolina Central Eagles, my North Carolina Central Eagles. I'm adopting them. They're going to be taking on University of California, Davis, and the University of South Carolina Trojans are going to be taking on Providence on Wednesday. It's jam-packed for the NCAA tournament. It's just getting started. I'm not going to talk about the snubs. I don't care about the snubs. I don't care about Syracuse. I don't care about Illinois State. You didn't make the tournament. Better luck next year. I'm focused on the tournament. We're going to be talking about this for the next several weeks on the All Things Sport podcast, but it's just getting started. I'm going to end the show with my next segment. I'm going to give you my Cinderella pick for the NCAA tournament. And I think I gave a hint, during this last segment. So when we return for the break, we're going to end the show. I'm going to give you my Cinderella pick for the NCAA tournament. Don't go anywhere. If you do have to go somewhere, come right back. We'll be back faster than Jackie Joyner-Kersee running the 100 meters, faster than Usain Bolt, faster than you can say, who's the best player in the NBA? LeBron James. We'll be back on the All Things Sport podcast right here on Spreaker Radio. Damian Banks here for Austin Davenport Construction. If you're a new homeowner, old homeowner, or whatever the case may be, if you need work done on your home, look no further than Austin Davenport Construction. Austin Davenport Construction offers services such as building and repairing foundations, brickwork, home repair, waterproofing. Whatever you need, chances are Austin Davenport Construction can hook you up. If you need backsplash in the kitchen, they got you. If you want to get the roof work done, they got you. If you want new tile in the kitchen, they got you. New tile in the bathroom, I'm pretty sure they can hook you up. So if you want to get your new home worked on, you want to get your old home worked on, whatever you need, Austin Davenport Construction has your back. To contact Austin Davenport Construction, call 919-697-6912 or 919-450-7517. Also, email austindavenport@gmail.com or go to the website austindavenport.com. Austin Davenport Construction. Get your home done right.
The All Things Sport Podcast.
We go back like spinal cords and car seats.
With Damian Banks and Pierre Banks on Spreaker Radio. We're back for more of the All Things Sport Podcast with Damian Banks and Pierre Banks on Spreaker Radio. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
What's happening? We are back on the All Things Sport Podcast. Before I start this last segment, I have to apologize, man. I'm in basketball country. I'm on Tobacco Road. I'm getting players' names mixed up, man. I'm so excited about March Madness. I called repeatedly the point guard for the Kansas Jayhawks, Frank Jackson. That guy's name is Frank Mason. Actually, Frank Mason III. I'm sorry, Frank Mason III. And interestingly enough, he's from Petersburg, Virginia, home of the Virginia State University Trojans. And I went to Virginia State, so I should know that guy's name is Frank Mason. Sorry about that, bro. Yeah, man, I know. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. And also, let me apologize. I have to apologize, man. I dropped my iPhone during that last segment. You probably heard some type of noise. No, it wasn't me falling out of my chair when I predicted that the North Carolina Central Eagles would make the Final Four. It was my iPhone falling. So that was, oh my God, that was a beautiful segue. Hell of a segue. This last segment is going to be dealing with March Madness. And this is going to be my Cinderella pick for the Final Four in the NCAA Tournament. I got to roll with North Carolina Central University head coach LaVelle Moton. I call him a friend of the show. I've interviewed Coach Moton on the All Things Sport podcast in the past. Great dude, does a lot of things in the community in Raleigh and Durham. You know, he's a great follow on Twitter and Instagram. And he has a senior-laden team. Pat Cole is the MEAC Player of the Year, led North Carolina Central in points, rebounds, and assists. Coach Moton is a hell of a coach. His name is being thrown around for the NC State opening in Raleigh. You know, for North Carolina Central fans, I know that scares you, but it should make you proud that a coach at an historically black college and university could be and would be considered for a Power 5 conference team head coaching vacancy in the ACC and on Tobacco Road. So my pick for a Cinderella run in the NCAA tournament is going to go to the North Carolina Central Eagles, located right here in Durham, North Carolina. Now, the Eagles get their tournament started on Wednesday facing UC Davis. Hopefully, the Eagles can get past UC Davis, and awaiting them will be head coach Bill Self and the Kansas Jayhawks. Now, the Kansas Jayhawks are a great team, but they played I watched a lot of their games this season. They've played a lot of close games. And the Kansas Jayhawks tend to, come up short in the NCAA tournament when they are at a number 1 seed. So I'm picking the North Carolina Central Eagles to upset Kansas. They're going to be it has to happen sometime. A number 16 seed has to knock off a number 1 seed sometime. Hell, Donald Trump became the leader of the free world. So this year, anything is freaking possible. So I'm going to pick the North Carolina Central Eagles to upset the Kansas Jayhawks after the Eagles beat UC Davis. I have the North Carolina Central Eagles making a deep run in the NCAA tournament. Now, I know you may think I'm going too far saying they're going to the Final Four. So, okay, maybe they won't go to the Final Four. Because if they make the Final Four, that means they will potentially have to knock off the University of North Carolina Tar Heels in the Elite Eight if the Tar Heels make it that far. So, okay, maybe the North Carolina Central Eagles won't make the Final Four. Maybe they make it to the Elite Eight. But they're my pick to make a Cinderella run in the NCAA tournament. I don't care if you believe me, and I don't care if you're laughing at me right now. It's my pick. I'm a Nostradamus, a Negrodamus, in picking games, man. Go back to old podcasts. Go to banksboy.com, download some old podcasts during football season, and listen and see that I picked a lot of winners. So I'm picking the North Carolina Central Eagles to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. Yeah, I said it. Head coach LaVelle Moton and the North Carolina Central Eagles will make the state of North Carolina and make the city of Durham proud by making a deep run in this year's Big Dance. Hey, man, it's coming up to the end of the show. I thank you guys for joining me. I thank you for rocking out with me. I have so much fun doing this thing, man. Before I go, have to shout out the city of Durham, man. I love my city, man. I love Durham, North Carolina, man. Again, Duke University, North Carolina Central, they will be representing Durham in the NCAA tournament. Also, big shout outs to RDU All-Star Game. This is going to be the 3rd annual RDU All-Star Game brought to you by RDU All-Star. Now, this game is going to be April 8th, 2017 at Durham Academy's Kirby Gymnasium. If you want to know more about the RDU All-Star Game, go to the Instagram page, rduallstargame.com. Just got a phone call from the director of the All-Star Game. He wants me, yours truly, Sports by Damien, to be the sideline reporter, pregame interviewer, and postgame interviewer for the game, man. I'm humbled and I'm honored to provide my voice for that All-Star Game, man. Again, this is the RDU All-Star Game. April 8th, 2017 is going to be a boys and a girls game. It's going to be at Kirby Gymnasium in Durham Academy. That's 3601 Ridge Road in Durham, North Carolina. And it's for breast cancer awareness, man. Again, big shout outs to the RDU All-Star Game and its founder, one of its founders, Mr. Eric Gaskins, formerly of Southern Durham High School, and also a former football player at Wake Forest University. 3 years ago, he had a vision. He wanted to provide a alternate all-star game for basketball players, boys and girls, in the Triangle area, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Holly Springs, Fuquay. And, this is the third year that EGASK, as I call him, Gaskins, is going to be throwing this event. I'll have him on future episode of the All Things Sport podcast to talk a little bit about that event. I'm going to be the voice of that event this season, man. I'm humbled and honored. But enough about me. It's all about you, our listener. And I want to thank you for rocking with me, for joining me on another edition of the All Things Sport podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I did recording it. And again, it's March. It's March Madness. By the time the next episode comes out, your brackets are going to be busted. Deal with it. 2 words. I'm down.
Pop sitting in his folding chair. Underneath the tree, working on a lawnmower.
Hand me a flathead, boy.
Said your work just getting started, boys.
Listen up.
It's too early for an encore.
Come on.
Mama tatted on my arm, sipping on the other one. Really though, liquor store flow like I'm 21. I'm younger than many, but I got the older soul. They say I'm hard to decipher, I'm so Morris code. We just trying with a bow, but my porridge cold. I know who my daddy is, ain't no more at Popish show. TK half a 6, where you motherfuckers slow, half a wish. This how the story go.
That's how it goes.
Birchwood Heights, always a sight for sore eyes. Beef? What beef? They cook that like Five Guys.
Shit too, boy.
Now you know that can't be good for you.
No.
High birth rate, niggas don't graduate. Yeah, that's the hood for you.
I swear it is.
But that don't mean the pursuit of happiness ain't alive and well.
It's still alive.
It's your unlucky day, a random drug test, and you go to work high as hell.
Now tell me that ain't an all-time low. But like the great prophet Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible. I swear it is. Got me feeling like Mary's kid, the one that turned water to wine. I love her. See, my uncle let his children real. Shout out to Romeo. Shout out to government cheese bread and bologna though. Appreciate the wig. That's why the whip milk white. So I don't forget where I came from in this life. No nice goodwill. My first pair of British Knights. Headphones and a mic. All I need in this life. That's right. And 2 wrongs don't make it. But if you make 2 rights, then you're right back home.
Boy, I got a
Back to the place where you belong. Well, kinfolk ride, 100 spoke on chrome. Summertime so hot, cook an egg on the pavement.
Go.
Nothing could be finer than the beef from North Carolina. Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Go ahead and sing.
With it being March Madness, how can I forget to congratulate 2 programs making their bracketology, making their March Madness, making their big dance debut. The Northwestern Wildcats and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Congratulations, guys.